Hello, hello! Welcome to the Empress of Fortune Tarot. I am your tarot reader, the Empress of Fortune. Today we're going to be exploring your career and we're going to be getting some guidance for you. This is going to be a reading about which job or industry is right for you. So I just want to say that this is my first time doing this reading here on YouTube, so if there's not a pile here for you, if intuitively you're not able to choose a pile, then you can always just wait for the next career reading. I am going to do this topic many times on this channel, and of course it is going to come out different every time. So definitely do not feel pressured to pick a pile if you can't feel like there is one for you, since there's only 4 options. It can't fit everybody. These are general readings. You can check your timestamp down below in the description box. As I said, we've got 4 piles. This here is going to be pile 1. We've got pile 2 right here, pile 3, and pile 4. If you would like to blind choose your pile without knowing which crystal is associated with your pile, now is a great time to do that. You can go ahead and pause the video and use your intuition to guide you. And I'm going to turn them over in just a minute. And if you would not like to blind choose, then you can choose with the crystal knowledge available. All right, for pile 1, we have hematite, which says grounding. Hematite for pile 1. For pile 2, we have calcite, relaxation. Ooh, I definitely just like felt a little relaxed vibe as soon as I saw that calcite too. These cards are like actually really powerful. For pile 3, we have citrine, abundance. That's always fun. And pile 4, we have scolecite. I hope I'm saying that right. Scolecite, which says peace on it. Interesting. I definitely just got like a little download, I guess, about like the Peace Corps. I don't know if anybody here has been in the Peace Corps or anything like that, but that obviously does not have to apply to you in order for you to choose pile 4. I just got that vibe. So you can definitely choose any of these that call to you. Like I said, timestamps are down below. The decks that I'm going to be using are also going to be listed down below in the description box as well. I will see you at your reading. See you in a minute. Hi there, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this card, we got the hematite. And hematite is a crystal that's associated with the root chakra. I actually think I have some hematite right here. I'm not super well versed in crystals, which is part of the reason why I got these cards, because I'm trying to learn more about them. And every time I buy crystals, I almost immediately forget what they are. So the only one I know is this lapis lazuli right here. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that this is hematite. I do know my selenites as well, but that's neither here nor there. This crystal is very good for grounding. It is associated with the root chakra. I actually just learned that the center of the earth is a hematite stone in the shape of a dodecahedron, which is crazy. I am very surprised by that. But it allows you to not only ground yourself by connecting deeply to that earth center, but it helps you to detoxify. So if you wanted to wear this, I think I've had a hematite ring in the past as well. It can purify and cleanse your aura. It can also cleanse the blood and assist in healing blood disorders. It also encourages gentle healing after some sort of shock or a trauma. So immediately already, especially concerning career, I'm thinking about medical or therapeutic careers, potentially. That, of course, is not going to apply to everybody, and we will have some actual like career cards that come out later on in the reading, but that is just one of the messages I'm getting right now. And this could be traditional healing, like traditional Western medicine, or it could be Eastern healing, traditional Eastern medicine and healing practices. I also got Reiki as well. Anything to do with healing somebody after shock or trauma or any sort of illness. This can also enhance your manifestation skills. So some advice for you would be to take your shoes off, go for a walk around in the grass, allow your feet to touch the earth, And imagine yourself connecting deeply into the center of the earth and drawing the healing up through your bare feet, okay? Allows you to move forward, ground, and manifest any new project, idea, or inspiration into your life. So we love that. Okay, hematite, if that message resonated with you, then that could mean that this is your pile. Excuse me. I'm also going to do some identifiers. Of course, you know, I'm always adding new stuff to the bowl, so we never know what's going to come out, but these should be or could be familiar to you. They don't have to be, especially if the hematite message already resonated. But if you hear at least one or two things from this bowl that are significant to you somehow, or maybe have shown up in your life recently, or they just resonate with you, or you just like love them, whatever it is, because there's all kinds of things in this bowl. It's filled with music, movies, actors, random things. Just, it's a bowl full of randomness. So at least one thing in this bowl, in this pile that I'm about to get out, should resonate for you, and that will let you know that this is your pile. Very long-winded. I apologize. Who's in pile 1, Spirit? Let's get the identifiers out for pile 1. Who's in pile 1? Who's in pile 1? Anybody else in pile 1? Yeah, I am getting like medical vibes for sure, but that doesn't mean that that's the only thing that is going to be in this pile. So it could be anything else. Anybody else? Okay, cool. All right, so identifiers are Company by Drake featuring Travis Scott. So that could definitely be like running your own company, being very grounded in that way. Ted Mosby. Ted Mosby himself, he is a character from How I Met Your Mother, but his career on the show, he was an architect, and then he became a professor later on of architecture. Pranks and Punked. So maybe you really like to do pranks, or maybe you like that show Punked. ATVs. Those are four-wheelers. We've got Substack, which is a subscription website for writers. We've got The Majesties by Tiffany Sao. So as far as like careers come through these slips, there's already a whole bunch of them. Of course, we have like actor, because Punked is Ashton Kutcher's old show, and then that could also be like stuntman, right? ATVs, that could be like racing or something. Substack, writer. Majesties, writer. Ruffles, which is the chips or the fabric, so there we go, like fashion designer, seamstress. And I'm not saying that any of these are going to be what the pile says. I'm just throwing them out there because it's what they remind me of. 1212, so that could be a date, that could be a time. You might see those angel numbers a lot. John Wick, right? Like, I don't think we might, but I don't know if we're gonna have any assassins watching this channel. You never know, you never know. Zac Brown Band, Colder Weather, that is a song about a traveling person, so maybe your career will involve travel. Rules by Kill You Manti, I don't know. That's a song. You might have heard of it. Summertime in Paris by Jaden and Willow Smith. It's a song too. Seth Rogen, another actor in here who is like kind of pranky, likes to have fun. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. That just made me think about the traveling on Zac Brown Band, Colder Weather. Silicon Valley on HBO, so maybe something like tech related. We've got Ring. So not only is that like a commitment ring or just a jewelry ring, but it made me think of the Ring doorbell. We have Teach for America. We've also got All About Love by Bell Hooks. That's a book. All Night Long by Lionel Richie. That's a song. Helena by My Chemical Romance. So with these songs, you may just really like them. You may have heard them recently. Bluebird, that could actually be a bluebird, or it could be the song by Miranda Lambert, or it could be the poem by Charles Bukowski. Yellow Jackets, that's a show on, I want to say it's on Showtime. It's about a girls' soccer team. Blackberries. Lemon Breland from Heart of Dixie. Fall Out Boy, it's a band. Ballet Slippers, so those could be actual ballet slippers, or that could be the nail color by OPI. Tea Ceremony, so maybe you really enjoy tea, maybe you have like a tea ritual that you do, or maybe it is like an actual Chinese tea ceremony. Tea Party. Oklahoma, interesting. I just heard Tulsa. And also Tyson Ritter, I think he's from the All American Rejects. Self-Date, maybe you took yourself out on a date, or you have plans to. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Jessica Alba, and also the Fantastic Four. I just read today, actually, so she played Susan Storm in that movie. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I just heard today that she actually regrets playing that part, and it was like a bad experience for her. Baskin Robbins. Sexy Villain by Remy Wolf, that's a song. We've got Location by Khalid. Signs by Snoop Dogg, Justin Timberlake, and Charlie Wilson. Gospel music. So maybe you're a big fan of gospel music, maybe you grew up singing in your place of worship. You've got the number 10, that could be like the month of October. You could be born on the 10th, 10 could be your lucky number. Maybe you're seeing 1010, or just 10s everywhere. Yeah, stuff like that. Monopoly. I'm also thinking about that song Monopoly by Ariana Grande and Victoria Monet. And then Sufjan Stevens, he's a musician. All right, so if any of these things are somehow significant or familiar to you, or if they've shown up in your life recently, then that means that this reading is for you. I'm going to go ahead and write these down in my tarot journal, and then I'm going to get our cards out. We're gonna be doing all live shuffling today, so it's gonna be very exciting. Yay, no pre-pulls. All right, I'll see you in a second. All right, pile one, that song Location by Khalid is like really on my mind right now. So definitely vibing. Vibe. All right, come and vibe with me tonight. What is the animal card that is going to represent the energy of the job or the industry that is right for pile one? Let's get some animal energy, Spirit. What is the animal energy? Ooh, we got two. Dove and rat. Interesting. I can definitely tell that like my collective is very in tune. I was gonna say also small. It is small. I only have 13 subscribers at the time of filming this, so shout out to all my future subscribers who see this after this point. But we had Dove and Rat come out in a previous reading, and like I shuffle these cards. I shuffle these cards all the time. But we had Dove and Rat come out in a different video. They didn't come out at the same time, but they did come out in the same video for different piles. So interesting. I don't remember which one that was. I'm gonna have to look it up in my notebook, and I'll have to let you guys know. But the energy that you're going to need is going to be one of forgiveness, health. We have health again. I told you that healthcare is coming through really strongly here. Tranquility, deliverance. So that could be like labor and delivery nurse, I just heard, something like that. Liberation, freedom, union, serenity, and agreement. So maybe also like union busting, not union busting. Oh my God, the opposite of union busting. Union forming. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so pro-union. I promise you I would never, ever, ever. If there's any union busters on my channel, get out. All right. Anyway. Rat, we have shrewdness, restlessness, adaptability, resourcefulness, survival, sense of adventure, frankness, self-assuredness, and cleverness. So yes, these are the kinds of qualities that you would have to have in order to be successful in your future career. You may already possess a lot of those qualities, and that's why this is going to be like the ideal career for you. So that's exciting. But healthcare is just coming through so strongly. I love that. I am going to look really quickly to see if I can figure out which reading it was that I had those for you guys, because that's crazy that I had both of those come out before. Give me just a second, you guys. Okay, so there's a reading on my page called What's Blocking Your Creativity? And Rat came out for pile 1 in that reading, and Dove came out for pile 2. Okay, so you may want to go check those out. What's Blocking Your Creativity, piles 1 and pile 2. Okay, cool. Now, let's move on. I'm going to get our tarot. I'm using what's called the business class tarot today. And we're going to get 7 cards here. They are going to represent your strengths, your weaknesses, your goals, your past, your present, your future in the near sense. So I would say like the next 3 months, I guess. That feels a little bit long, so maybe the next 2 to 3 months. And then the ideal future is going to be card number 7. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut the deck for pile 1. And let's deal right off the top. Okie dokie. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button while you're here if you're not subscribed already. So we've got 1 here, 2, I'm gonna wait to turn those over, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Alrighty then. Yay, here we go. I just had an urge to do bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck energy, we have brand manager here, which is the Knight of Cups. And underneath that, we have merger, which is the Tower 16. So this would be like you being able to really disrupt a situation by offering people comfort and healing. Like you saw how he's like offering, sorry guys, it's upside down. Offering this cup of love to people. It's like, okay, love that for you. Get that healing energy coming through. So for card number 1, we have strengths. Brand director, interesting, we had brand manager on the bottom of the deck and brand director here in reverse. And this is actually what would be the Queen of Cups in the traditional tarot. So in reverse, this is somebody who gives a lot of themselves away in service of other people. Okay, so yeah, that message is coming through very, very strongly. I'm getting very much like therapist kind of energy, but I think that your strength here is that you can give so much to other people, but it does come a little bit at a detriment to yourself. So that could also be a potential weakness. We're going to see weaknesses in the next card, but your strength is really like you care so much for others. You have such a deep heart and a deep ability to heal other people, to take in their concerns. You're very empathic. You might even be empathic to the point where other people's feelings can overtake your own feelings. But in this case, it would be a strength in whatever this job or this industry is for you. So that's good. Sometimes the things that we like the least about ourselves are actually some things that can help other people, you know. God doesn't make mistakes. All right, weaknesses, card number 2, the market. This is the World in reverse. And it's so weird, I just said God doesn't make mistakes and this came up in the weaknesses because it's like almost saying like there aren't really any weaknesses, you have yet to see that. You have yet to see that this giving nature that you have is in fact a strength and that there is not a weakness to it. Okay, you might feel weak sometimes because it's like you give yourself away, and I'm hearing that song With or Without You by U2 where they're like, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. I feel like you do think that that's a weakness, and maybe there's been like a lot of talk in the past, not even in the past, but like right now I feel like on TikTok especially, maybe on Instagram too, and some other social media platforms, people are talking a lot about like people pleasing and how it's just like this horrible thing to be a people pleaser, this, that, and the other. And you know what, it's not like the best to be a people pleaser, but at the same time I think that we learn certain habits and coping mechanisms when we're young, and those are often ways that we learn how to survive and how to thrive in the environment that that we're in and with the cards that we're dealt. And being a people pleaser is not inherently a terrible thing. And I think that if that is something that you identify with, then it is also something that has allowed you to really pick up on other people's energies, their emotions, their mental states, their emotional states, and on just other vibes within your environment. And that actually is a strength for you. And there are no weaknesses to that, because in your career or in the job or in the industry that would be great for you, it's exactly what the people around you need. I love that. Okay, cool. So you just maybe haven't figured out that that's not a weakness yet, but you would be able to use it in so many different places, because as you can see here on this card, there's like all these different sectors here. And I mentioned like a whole bunch of different jobs before when I was doing the slips and when I was even talking about the hematite and everything. And I think that this type of person and this strength would be useful in so many different sectors, so many different industries. So it's like you could take that skill and you could apply it and transfer it to so many different types of jobs. So yeah, let's see what it is. Next we have goals. So what is a goal for pile 1? Ooh, fresh start. We have here, this is the Fool card. They call it the intern in this tarot deck. So you have a goal to make a fresh start. You want to do something new. That could just be like you're tired of what you're doing now, you're tired of your job now, or it could just be like you want to move to a different company, a different location, a different industry altogether, but you're ready to like learn something new. You have your eyes and your ears open and you're like, I'm going to get some fresh experience that I haven't had before. That's pretty cool. You definitely seem like you're the type of person who loves to learn and who will never stop learning, lifelong learner. We love that. And you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to do the hard things and to do the little things that other people even don't want to do. I'm also thinking about like teachers and gentle parenting and stuff like that, and how when working with children, it is kind of, I mean, it's pretty important to be able to pick up on the small behaviors and think about how those have bigger implications in terms of their communication. Like what kind of small behavior this is trying to communicate to you as an adult. Because, you know, children are not always forthcoming. They can be very honest, but they're not always forthcoming with their feelings and their intentions about certain things. So you kind of sometimes have to read between the lines. That also could be with like pets and stuff too. You know, you have to really like read their body language. And for example, when a child is acting out, they're not really going to come forward and just automatically tell you what's wrong. You know, their behavior is going to tell you that something is wrong and give you a clue as to what that might be. And I think that you're the type of person who is willing to notice those little small things about people and do something to address them. Just like an intern would like notice when their boss's coffee order is wrong, or notice when there's a mistake on the copies. I'm thinking about a story that I once was told in business school, where they were talking about the professor was saying like when he had his first internship with whoever it was, his boss would always eat goldfish out of his pockets, and his boss's wife would always get so mad at him because he would have like goldfish crumbs in his pockets. And so one day the intern, and who later became my professor, started bringing in like little sandwich baggies for the goldfish, and he would put the goldfish in the sandwich baggies and put the sandwich bag of goldfish into the pockets so that the pockets would stay clean, but his boss could still have the goldfish. So it's like thinking of little solutions that would alter behaviors or would alter outcomes, I guess, and create more harmony for everybody and create more, what's the word that I'm looking for? Less friction, I guess, for other people, right? So I think that you have that special skill of seeing those little things, like finding those teeny tiny solutions that could actually make a really big difference, right? And with that professor, he said that just that one small act really, like, his boss really noticed him for that. And they ended up, you know, developing like a mentor-mentee type of relationship later on. You know, that's not the story here, I guess, but I guess somebody needed to hear that story. But it really helped to deepen the relationship that he had with his boss, and he ended up becoming like the go-to person within the office from just noticing like this one small thing and coming up with a solution for it. And I kind of just feel like that is the type of person that you are. You're so empathic that you notice these little things, and you're also so smart that you can transfer everything. Like here with Rat, we have shrewdness, resourcefulness, frankness, cleverness, right? You have that. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing for you. And you have the ability to know when it's time to learn something new. For card number 4, this is your past. So this is getting over defeat. This is the 5 of Swords here. You encountered some sort of defeat in the past, and you are getting over it. I would say you may not have been defeated. You might have been the winner in this situation. That's just kind of the energy I'm getting. But the change caused by your win did not end up benefiting you. Okay, I think that it ended up hurting other people a little bit too much. And maybe that's why you, with this weakness card here, I was saying like you have yet to see that this strength, which you might think is a weakness, is actually not a weakness. And I think it's because you used it maybe in the past, and it ended up, I don't want to say doing more harm than good, maybe in that specific situation, but maybe it caused other people to walk away from you, or it could have been a situation where it might have been better for you to not say anything, or it caused a conflict or a challenge of some kind, even if you did kind of come out on top, okay? So, you know, we've all been there. We've all made mistakes. I can't really say, you know, the true outcome of that situation in the past, but it does kind of seem like, if nothing else, you were able to recognize your own skill yourself. And I say that because if you look at this card, he's like balancing this one little disc like it's like a basketball, and he's like spinning it on his finger, which is like talent, okay? We all know, like, everybody's jealous of those basketball players who can do that, or even if you're not a basketball player and you can do that, then we're like especially jealous of you, right? But I think that you may have noticed that you were talented at that. Even if the situation didn't pan out very well, you got some clarity out of it, okay? So that's a win to me. That's a win to me for sure. Even if it, like I said, if there was some sort of conflict, maybe you had to like leave your last position or something, and maybe that's why you're looking for something new. I mean, I don't know, there's all kinds of things that could be happening here. Number 5, we've got the present. What's the present? Oh, we got the 5 of Pentacles here. And so you could be getting over some money issues, some worries about money at the present moment. If that resonates with you, then that could be why you're, you know, willing to jump into something new. You might even be willing to take like an entry-level position because you're trying to move past your financial woes at the moment. But this could also be about you feeling left out in the cold after this defeat. You might be feeling like, even though you did succeed to some degree, this conflict, I said earlier, maybe had people walk away from you. Maybe you lost some friends, or maybe you just kind of started feeling left out at your current workplace, or there could have been layoffs or something like that. Yeah, I can see how you would want to, you took something away from whatever this defeat situation was, or this conflict was, and you realize that you had talent in it, and you're ready to use that to move forward, even if it does mean taking a position that's lower than what you normally would take. And I think that is reflected here too, is like you're in a position now where you would even take like a lesser salary than what you're used to taking in your previous job. And you know what? That's okay, because if you're willing to, in order to learn something new, and it's something that you're truly talented at, then we all have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere, and it's only going to grow from there, right? Grounding is here. I feel like, you know, you're willing to get in at the ground floor, even if it does mean making a little bit less money. But that's okay. All right, let's see the near future. We've got the Death card in reverse. So yeah, this is starting something totally new. Something's died and it's getting new life. Something died, you're giving it new life. They're in here, it's called reorganization, and it's like, you can see they're doing like a heart transplant. This is also, again, giving me healthcare. So for some of you, you might be deciding to like go to med school, or you might be deciding, I'm not actually getting like school here because we don't have any of like the Hierophant or anything else like institutionalized. You might just decide to move into a healing type of profession where you help heal people's hearts, because we've got this little heart here, we've got this heart here too. Okay, and we had it on the back of the deck as well earlier. So you're definitely trying to do heart-centered work, whatever that may be. Heart-centered work, which I love that for you. So yeah, in the near future, I definitely see whatever the old situation was, like it's completely dying, but you are taking the lesson from it and taking the most important pieces from it, and you're taking it somewhere new and giving yourself a brand new life as a result of it. I love that. Your ideal future we have here. Interesting. This is the Three of Cups in reverse. And the first thing that I heard was like something kind of superficial. I think that you don't want whatever this is to take up too much of your emotional capacity, interestingly enough. You want to be able to make friends. You want to be able to have work friends. And I see that it's interesting, like the contrast between the Five of Swords, the Data 5, and the Brand 3 or Three of Cups here, because there's 3 people on each card. But, sorry guys, they're in reverse. I keep forgetting about that. We've got 3 people on each card. It's this one guy here who's like the winner, and then we've got these 2 people walking away. And then we've got these 3 people here who are all sharing a drink together. And I think that you've learned in your work life that like it is important to make connections and to have good friends. You may even actually end up reconnecting with somebody from like your past, somebody either from a past job or just somebody in your network who might be able to help you to find the job or the industry that you're looking for. But you also recognize that you don't want to get too deep with these connections, because you don't want to disappoint anybody. You don't want to cause conflict or to have conflict like how you had in your previous situation in the past. So you'd rather kind of keep it fun, superficial. I don't think that you're going to be like going to a whole bunch of happy hours with your colleagues or anything like that. You know, you might go to 1 or 2 or here or there or whatever, but I don't think you're going to be doing that kind of thing. And I'm getting that because like this person in the middle here, I think you're like kind of afraid of that a little bit. This person in the middle here is like giving me a little bit of like a drunky vibe, especially when upside down. It's like she's like slumping over a little bit. And I think that you might be afraid of like maybe getting a little too intoxicated and maybe saying some things, not that necessarily that you don't mean, maybe that is the case, but saying some things that are not in your best interest. So I think that you would prefer to kind of keep your relationships a little bit more on the surface and not get too involved. And also, especially like if this is therapy or if this is like a healing or something like that, you know, clients can often imprint on their therapists, and you know, children can get really attached to their teachers and stuff like that. And I think that you want to do this heart-centered work, but you also are going to be really good at drawing boundaries. That is your ideal situation, is going to be drawing appropriate boundaries between yourself and the people that you work with, whether those are colleagues, clients, whatever, students, whatever it may be. But you know what? I am really proud of you for just deciding to start completely over, deciding to do something new that you don't really have a lot of experience in, because you're going to be really talented at it. And I think that you're going to be amazing at whatever this is. So kudos to you. You know, not a lot of people have the courage to start over. A lot of people, especially those who are really experienced or well-versed in something, they would kind of just rather stay where they are than to just, you know, take a leap of faith based on their skills. All right, guys, so we're going to use these cards here. This is like a career deck that I got from Etsy a while back. I can link it down below. It is going to give us some industries that you guys could be good at. So pile one, what are some like jobs or industries or guidance, career guidance that you have for pile 1, Spirit. Okay, I'm getting that I should just go ahead and cut the deck rather than shuffle it like that. So, ooh. Just this one card came out. That's so funny. All right, so we've got here prudence. Interesting. So especially with this 5 of Pentacles here in reverse, I can tell, like I said, that you might be getting over a little bit of a financial hardship right now, or you might be willing to take a lower paying job. So they're saying, no matter what you do, be prudent. Don't let the balance of your credit cards get too high. Put something aside for a rainy day and stay within your budget and start living within your means. So that's just some advice for you as you start off on this new thing. Especially if it is an internship where like maybe you're not getting paid at all. Sometimes, you know, people do take unpaid internships, so you have to be careful. What is a career or industry? Uh-oh, I just got a couple. They fell in my lap though. I got control. Interesting. So this is already like a little bit different because they do actually have like literal industries and jobs in this deck. This deck is like really huge. But control came out of here. Try to be more flexible and allow the universe to work its magic, which is giving me this whole thing about the market. I was saying that there could be a lot of different industries that you could take your heart-centered work into. And so maybe don't be such like a control freak. And maybe that was what happened here in this weird conflict. Maybe you're being kind of control freak. Don't lose out on opportunities because it didn't come in the form that you wanted to. And sometimes blessings come in disguise. Stay open-minded to see the potential. Spirit, are you going to give us any actual industries? 2 cards have come out already. There we go. There's a few. Okay, so the first one that came out was, I wanted to say I saw it with legal. Is that true? Yes. Legal. Interesting. Because I was not picking up on that at all. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. Oh, interesting. You could receive money from some kind of legal matter. This is a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. Okay. That could just be general advice, or it could be like the legal profession. Success will find you. So they're saying like no matter what industry this is, you will be successful, which is something that I said a minute ago. I could feel it already because your heart is in it and you have talent. So you will be successful. What else? There were 2 other cards that came out here. I've got motivator, there we go, and investment. All right, let me put that one to the side for now. For motivator, it says, there's a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. I was talking about teaching for a little while. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. So maybe like motivational speaking, doing something. You could be like motivational speaking related to health or something like that. It could be something related to that. What else do we have? We have investment. Finances are looking good and growing. This is a time to invest. Set a strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. So yeah, especially investing in like your education here, being willing to take a brand new leap. That's exciting. So I already told you, success is on its way to you. No matter what industry you decide to take this empathy that you have into, and there are so many different options. I said a lot of them during the slips portion of our of the beginning of this reading. I said so many of them. So it's okay that not a lot of them came out right now because I did already say so many, but no matter what you do, you are making an investment in yourself and you are going to end up having more than enough money to actually invest. So what's important right now is setting that strong foundation and you will see the fruits of your labor. All right, I'm being told not to bring any more of these career cards out, but we are going to take one more deck, and this is like the Law of Attraction deck for money. And let's see what is the message for pile 1. What message do we have for pile 1? There we go. 2. We've got my what is need not influence my what is becoming, which is talking about your past and your present that we have right here. Cards 4 and cards 5, this conflict that happened and the money woes. That does not need to influence your what is becoming. Number 42. It also reminds me of how like they're saying be prudent now, but you will find success and you'll have enough to invest. Like whatever you're doing now, being prudent, is not necessarily going to influence the money that's going to find you. So this says, what is has no bearing on what is coming unless you are continually regurgitating the story of what is. By thinking and speaking more of how you really want your life to be, you allow what you are currently living to be the jumping off place for so much more. But if you speak predominantly of what is, then you will still jump off, but you jump off into more of the same. Ooh, okay, that's a fun message. I'm gonna go ahead and put that right there. And then we have number 9. I can see my world through the eyes of Source. By choosing better feeling thoughts and by speaking more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will gently tune yourself to the vibrational frequency of your broader perspective. To see your world through the eyes of Source is truly the most spectacular view of life. For from that vibrational vantage point, you are in alignment with, and therefore in the process of attracting, only what you would consider to be the very best of your world. All right, pile 1, that is your reading for today. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope that it resonated with you. I hope that you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile 2. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for liking my video. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Anyway, if you chose this second card, this card is Calcite. This says relaxation. I've already got like the relaxing vibes going. I've got my little incense burning. I've got my candle. Calcite. Let's find out all about calcite. As I was telling pile 1, I'm still very much learning about different crystals, so I love using these crystal cards because they give me an opportunity to reacquaint myself with them. Calcite is really good for every chakra, so it's like a full service cleanser, and it's one of the most relaxing crystals because it amplifies the inner peace and deep relaxation energy that is already deeply within your soul. If you were to use calcite, you would experience strengthening of the bones and your skeletal system. You would experience things like inner peace and tranquility. It could calm your mind, it could balance your heart, and it can help you with your meditation by getting you into a really, really deep state. I absolutely love calcite. I love that it's so good for all of the chakras. But it is reminding us that you might have too many projects going on in your life and you need a little bit more balance. If you've been feeling any sort of motivation or energy lacks or drainages, this is a sign for you to slow down, to take some rest, and to relax. Okay? If you've been working too hard or if you're under stress, then it's okay to take some time for a refreshing change. It reminds me of like in the olden days when doctors used to prescribe people to like go by the sea and take a little relaxing vacation. You might need to do that. You turn off your phone, go sit under a tree, connect with nature, walk on the beach, spend time with your crystals. You can sing, you can read, you can write, dance, whatever you can do to unwind. Calcite is here to not only encourage you to do that, but also to enhance that experience for you. All right, pile 2, let's see. If that sounded familiar to you, if that resonated with you, then this is definitely your pile. But we're also going to get our identifiers out, and these identifiers, at least one of them should be significant to you somehow, or maybe it's come up in your life recently, even if it was just in passing. But let's see, who's in pile 2, Spirit? What are the identifiers for pile 2? Who's in pile 2? This is a career reading. We're gonna get their career energy, what industry could be best for them. Career reading for pile 2. Who's in pile 2? Oh, I just like lost my breath for a second. That was weird. It was like I had this like catch. Excuse me, catch in my throat. Yeah, okay. Anybody else in pile 2? You guys may need to release something with that relaxation there. Who else is in pile 2? Anybody else? Okay. Ooh, anybody? Okay, cool. Alright, pile 2 might be a big pile. We got a lot of people in here. Alright, let's check these identifiers. We've got peanut butter and jelly. So maybe you had one recently. Maybe you were like thinking about having one recently. I also heard that song Peanut Butter Jelly Time. So maybe you might have heard that recently. Where they're like, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Alright, cool. It's peanut butter jelly time. That one. Okay, anyway, Costa Rica. So maybe you've been thinking about visiting there, maybe you're from there, maybe your family's from there, maybe you like saw a video or heard something about Costa Rica recently. We've got diamond. So that could be any number of things. That could be like the gemstone, it could be engagement, or diamond from Love is Blind season 1. It could have been a topic of conversation recently for you. Any of those things. Barney Stinson, so that's a character from How I Met Your Mother. We also had another character from How I Met Your Mother in pile 1, so who knows, there could be messages for you in pile 1. Barney Stinson, Ron and Tammy from Parks and Rec. So if you know, you know. Let's see. Sweet Love by Anita Baker. That's a song, so you might have heard that song recently, or you might just really love that song. Or maybe like a family member of yours really loved that song. Poppy Seed Bagel. Interesting. Fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that could be like, any one of those could be like your big 3, your sun, moon, rising, or even maybe your Venus sign. You could be dealing with somebody who has a fire sign. Even though this is not a love reading, it still applies there. Swing Swing by the All-American Rejects. That's interesting because I did mention Tyson Ritter, who's the lead singer of the All-American Rejects, in pile 1. So that's another sign that you may also want to go see pile 1 after this. We've got Ukraine. Interesting. So same thing as Costa Rica. Maybe like you're from there, you got family from there. Maybe you saw something in the news about Ukraine recently. Blue or blues. So that could be like the color blue, or it could be blues music. Maybe like you love the color blue, maybe like eyes are blue, maybe you are wearing a blue shirt or something like that. You could love blues music, maybe you were listening to blues music or something earlier today. Sorry guys, that's my dog. He's being very loud in the background. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. We've got Caribbean Queen, No More Love on the Run by Billy Ocean. Caribbean Queen, and I will live in the same dream. Fish Food, Ben and Jerry's. I'm also thinking about that band Fish, the P-H-I-S-H band, like a jam band. Give Me Something Real by Ashford and Simpson. Las Vegas, maybe you're planning a trip to Las Vegas, maybe you're from there. Same thing as like all the other locations, like Ukraine, Costa Rica. Earrings, so you might have gotten some new earrings. Maybe you're wearing like a particular, maybe you got like a compliment on your earrings. Maybe you're wearing a particularly striking pair of earrings or something. Usman, maybe you're thinking about getting your ears pierced. So Usman is from 90 Day Fiancé. He's from Nigeria. He's one of the recurring characters on that show. If you know, you know. Roller coaster. So maybe you were thinking about going to a theme park, or you might have ridden a roller coaster recently. George Clooney, he's an actor. It's interesting. In pile 1, I was like really, I was like saying, if like any people or characters came up, I was like saying what their jobs were and stuff. But I haven't really had to do that in pile 2. Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves, that's a song. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So same thing as fire signs. Could be your sun, moon, or rising. Maybe your Venus. Lil Sebastian. So we have 2 Parks and Rec references in here. That's interesting. DJ Tambi from Ink Master. He's a tattoo artist. He's won Ink Master like the most times. He's won 3 times. Satsuma. That's a citrus fruit. Philadelphia. What else do we have? Justin Timberlake. Famous musician, formerly of NSYNC, but solo artist. He's also been an actor. He's acted in several movies. Sesame Chicken. So maybe you ate some sesame chicken recently. or maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe that's like one of your favorite Chinese food dishes. We've got Anthony Kiedis, Remy Wolf. They are both musicians from the Los Angeles area. Bob Marley, another musician. We've got Big Rich Town, 50 Cent featuring Joe. That's the theme song to the TV show Power. Oof, Power is like one of the best shows of all time. Don't At Me. What About Your Friends by TLC. It's a song. What About Your Friends? Privacy. Maybe you like enhanced your privacy recently. Maybe you had some privacy concerns. Maybe you like got some cameras or something. Maybe somebody like walked in on you when they weren't supposed to be there. It could be all number of things. Privacy. Randall Park, another actor. He was the dad on Fresh Off the Boat. He's also been in several movies like Always Be My Maybe and some other stuff. Hot Yoga. So with any of these actors, like you could have heard something about them recently, you could have read something about them recently. Same thing with the musicians. It doesn't have to be like you are a fan of them or you heard their song or whatever, but that could also be it too. Breakfast at Tiffany's, that's a movie starring Audrey Hepburn. We've got drama. That is just drama, of course, but then there's also like a musical duo called Drama, so maybe you're familiar with their music. And then also I'm thinking about Johnny Drama from Entourage, who on that show plays an actor. He's an actor playing an actor. Got a lot of acting energy in here. Spinach. Maybe you love spinach. Maybe you were confronted with some spinach earlier. Maybe you had spinach today. Maybe you hate spinach and somebody tried to get you to eat it recently. I don't know. What Would You Do by City High. That is a song about a stripper, an exotic dancer. Breaking Free by Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical. Edibles. Water signs. Ooh, there's a lot of zodiac energy in here today. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe your Venus sign. Beverly Hills by Weezer, or just Beverly Hills in general, so California. The number 7, that could be the month of July. That could be your lucky number. You might be seeing 777 everywhere. You could be born on the 7th. 7 people in your family, stuff like that. Evermore by Taylor Swift featuring Bon Iver. Living Single TV show, classic TV show. And then The Joker by the Steve Miller Band. All right, so like I said, if any of these things are significant to you somehow or they've shown up in your life recently, then that means that this reading is for you. All right, guys, let me write these down in my tarot journal and I'm gonna get into the readings. We're gonna do like all live shuffling today. Very excited stuff. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, pile 2. It is like stormy outside, so I apologize if you guys can hear that. But I have that Living Singles theme song stuck in my head. Living Single. All right. So we're gonna start off with an animal card to tell us about like the kind of energy that you can embody or that you already do embody that will take you into the right career, job, or industry for you. So let's see. Spirit, pile 2. What is the animal energy for pile 2? What animal energy? Ooh, tiger. Look at you. Very fierce and ferocious. We love it. Very intuitive, very in tune with like slightest movements, very in tune with nature. We've got willpower, persistence, choice, passion, determination, self-confidence, charisma, masterfulness, and focus. This is also making me think of like doing candle gazing. So if that is a method of meditation that you like, that definitely is a sign for you to continue. If you've never tried it before, it can be a really helpful meditation tool. Candle gazing. You literally just like stare into the flame. All right. That's awesome. Tiger, you are like, I almost said like a shark, but obviously you're like a tiger. I think you could scare people a little bit, but like you're extremely competent at whatever it is that you do. And that's awesome. All right, so we're gonna get this tarot deck. It is called the Business Class Tarot. We're gonna get 7 cards and they're going to tell us your strengths weaknesses, your goals, your past, your present, the near future, and your ideal future. Okay, Spirit, let's do it. Oh my God, the 7 is still here. I just dropped it. The 7 was still here on the table. And we're getting 7 cards out. That's crazy. A little synchronicity, 7-7. It was also just 2:07 when I looked at the clock. Interesting, on my camera. All right, let's see, Spirit. Was that on purpose? Was that right? Okay. All right, here we go. All right, top 1. I'm gonna turn all the rest of them over face down so I can read them as we go. But that's going to be your card for your strengths. This is weaknesses. This is goals. This is the past, present, future near, and ideal future right there. All right, yay. Okay, cool. So the strengths that you have is that you know when to let go, okay? You do not carry around extra weight or extra burdens as they don't pertain to you. I think you're very resourceful. You know how to clean house. You might be really good at firing people. You could be very, very astute when it comes to, I was about to say like data collection, but I wanted to not say that. I feel like it's more like, how do I say this? Classification, I guess I would say, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. So, especially with being a tiger here, it's making me think about, I don't know why I just started thinking about pit bulls. You know, they often will say, which is like not true at all, but they say that like pit bulls lock their jaws. They don't, and neither do you. But it's like the idea of like holding on to something and being literally physically unable to let go of it is like sometimes the misconception that people have about pit bulls. And I think that tigers, like when we think of a tiger, we think of them literally just like once they catch their prey, they rip it to shreds. But I think that you're not like that. I think that it's like you know how to attack something, but you also know when to stop, when it's a good idea to bring other people into it. You don't feel like you have to do everything yourself, so you could, to a degree, be good at delegating things. You may have some issues with that. You may definitely want to, you know, keep your eye over it, or you might like enjoy having the control over it, which reminds me of our relaxation card of like sometimes you just need to like let go and move on and take a vacation. And I think for the most part you know when to stop. That's what I'm getting, is like you know when to stop on something. For some reason this also reminds me of like an open pizza box. So I don't know if that's like a little confirmation for somebody, but it's like an open pizza box. There's like an H or an I here. I don't know what that is. Anyway. It's like hi, a little hi. Okay. So for your weaknesses, let's see what they have. You've got 3 of Swords in reverse. That is either getting over a health scare, possibly something to do with maybe like heartburn or heart surgery, or something you might have needed surgery for, or you might have had to take some shots or something. But that could also, in a totally different direction, be getting over heartbreak. Could be getting over, I'm getting almost like ruthlessness, and that is with the tiger too. And I feel like because maybe you've been hurt in the past, you have a tendency to be kind of ruthless now, and really you need to like be a little bit more chill. The ruthlessness is a weakness for you. You might think it's a strength considering, you know, your tiger card here, but it's actually a weakness. And sometimes you have to learn, like, not everything needs to be punished, not everything is punishable, and also like you don't have to wear your heels all the time. You can wear flats sometimes, you can wear a sneaker sometimes, a comfortable shoe, a nice comfortable leather shoe if you are a male, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I feel like you're always like on your toes a little bit, and you might even be a little bit hypersensitive and you kind of just need to like let that go. I think sometimes your weakness here is like you're used to putting out all the fires. Sometimes you need to let other people handle putting out the fires, okay? You don't always have to be the one to put the fires out. Maybe somebody else could do that for you. All right, number 3, this is your goals. Goals here, that's 18. That's the moon card. They call it due diligence in here. And you know what? That goes perfectly with what I was saying, is like hovering. I think that your goal is to not have to hover over people. Like you would much prefer to like be able to trust people and not have to, I said before, you might still want your eyes on everybody, but like to a degree you are good at delegating things. I think that your goal is to be able to delegate more things and not always have to follow up with every single person about their portion of, like if it's like a group work thing or a group project, or everybody, you know, has a specific piece, and maybe you're like a project manager or something like that, and you always have to like follow up with every single person. It's like, that's annoying. It's annoying for everybody involved. And I think that your goal is to not have to do that anymore. Yeah. Let's look at the present. Oh wait, this is the past. Sorry. Card number 4 is the past. In the past, we have, this is the 8 of Cups. They call it Brand 8. In the past, you returned to something that you had previously walked away from. So for some reason, you felt the need to go back. And I think it was like you were too afraid. You left, and I think you were a little bit too afraid to move forward. You were a little bit too afraid to climb up that hill. And so you decided to just go back to where it was, you know, by the campfire, cozy and safe. But something felt wrong. You knew it was wrong as soon as you did it. You knew it was wrong as soon as you got back to that campfire. And the campfire, of course, you know, is like most likely it's a work situation. And you might have gotten there and it's like things were on fire. Not literally, but they were like, you were like, this is the same burning mess that I left. Dang. And now I'm back here and I'm going to have to be the one to take care of it. Ugh, but I don't really want to. That's why I left in the first place, but now I feel like responsible. Oh man. I feel that stress. And that's why we have this relaxation card. Like, I feel that stress for you. You need to chill like this guy. There's like one person who's literally just chilling. One person in this campfire scene who's chilling right there. You need to be them, but you're not. You're not them. You're the person who's walking back from the beach. This is you, except you're turned around and you're coming back to the campfire. Oh man, you need to take a picture out of this guy's book. Whoever this guy is, or this lady in your workplace, you need to take a picture out of their book. Take a page out of their book. All right, let's look at the present. The present, this is number 20. That's the Judgment card. It's entitled Philanthropy here, but that's the Judgment card. I think that people are judging you a little bit. In your workplace, they might be judging you, and it's like maybe it's because you left and you came back. Now like you're being scrutinized a little bit more than ever, and so that might be why you kind of feel like you have to you know, do so much due diligence and like look over everything, and like you're putting out all these fires. Yeah, people might be judging you a little bit, but at the end of the day, I was just about to say, like, only God can judge you. Don't let them get to you, you know. Philanthropy as a concept is about giving back to people who are less fortunate than you, or giving to causes that you think are really worthy, right? I just had the need to like do this. I'm about to ring this little singing bowl. So I feel like you are really needed at this situation that you're at. So don't let them judge you, okay? Somebody might have told you no about something recently. I don't know what that could be. It could be anything. It could be like you tried to negotiate a salary, or you tried to negotiate some job duties or whatever, and maybe somebody told you no about something, or maybe you thought you like left the job for another job, or you left the opportunity for another opportunity, and the opportunity that you left for didn't work out, so you had to go back to your old job. It could be anything, but don't let other people judge you. Don't feel bad about yourself because of this. I think that you do just need to like allow yourself to chill a little bit more in your current position, wherever you are. So the near future, we've got Ooh, this is the Four of Wands. Oh my gosh, this could be like a new deal coming in. Sorry, I just shook the camera, you guys, my bad. This could be a new deal coming in. This could be something to celebrate for sure. You're gonna be celebrating really soon. This is like in like the next 2 to 3 months. You're gonna be celebrating something. So I love that. Love that for you. Is it a new job? I'm not sure. Is it just like you guys come to an agreement at your old job? I don't know. But you're going to have something awesome to celebrate. That could also even be in your personal life, but this is like a work reading, so probably it has to do with your work life. I hope you guys can see my shadow. My hands, my shadow hands. That's fun. They're like, they seem so huge. And they're really small. Anyway, in the ideal future, your ideal future would be, ooh, lots of competition, moving forward, getting ahead, step 4 to step 5. So this is the Four of Wands, this is the Five of Wands. This could be like getting a promotion. This could be just coming out ahead of all of your other teams, all of your other people. You could really be paying attention to like the timing of something, wanting to win a record or win an award of some kind, you know, get some sort of recognition for what you've done. Sorry guys, that's my dog. He wanted to do a reading too, I guess. He came and sat on my lap just now. My little guy. Yeah, I definitely see you wanting to like be the person with this wheelbarrow in the front. Like you want to be the person who's pulling ahead of all of the rest, okay? That's your ideal future, is maybe like moving past all these judgy people. And you're like, you know what? Screw you guys. I ended up getting what I wanted anyway. I ended up getting ahead of all of you. So you over here were judging me, but I'm doing better than every single one of you. And I'm looking better doing it too. Like, this guy definitely looks the best. Not only is he dressed the best, but out of all the people in suits too, like this guy's tie is over here. This guy just like looks tired as heck. So yeah, doing the best and looking good while doing it too. That's like your ideal situation. But the thing is, like, you need to relax a little bit. That's what I said, is what this relaxation card says. Like, you are so go, go, go. You're very competitive. And I think that's part of the reason why you are a little bit micromanagey, is because you want to win. You want to come out ahead. You want to be the best and be better than everybody. Be better than all the rest. You have that drive in you. And I think that's very valuable, you know, here with this tiger. Like it says, persistence, passion, determination, focus, masterfulness. Like you have that. But even a tiger has to lay down every once in a while. A tiger is not constantly hunting, you know, like they chill. They chill sometimes. All cats do. All cats, all big cats, big and small, they all chill. You may have that instinct to go hunt for your prey, to tackle any project that comes your way, but you know, you don't have to do that all the time. All right, let's see what it is that actually could be your career or industry. So these cards have like careers and industries in them. I got this deck on Etsy, but it also could have just like general money advice in there. I forgot that it had like the general money advice cards until I did pile 1. So yeah, let's see. Spirit, what is the career industry for pile 2? Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Okay, interesting. All right. What is the career or industry for pile 2? All right, so I knew there was a connection to pile 1 because we got motivator, that came out in pile 1 too, but networker, that's new and unique to you guys. So these say it may be time to create or reach out to your network of people who will help you. Consider a career in marketing, promoting, sales, or any professional networking job. Make the most out of the resources you have to improve your finances. So if you are looking for a new job, LinkedIn could also be really helpful to you. Motivator says there's a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. And then we have these other 2 cards come out here. We've got unexpected. I'm going to move that a little to the side. And then we got designer. Ooh. All right. You are being called to tune into your own individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, art, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. Ooh. And then for unexpected, prepare for unexpected financial loss. This financial crisis may be out of your control, but you can still control the outcome. Deal with things head on and try to prepare for the unexpected before it happens. Don't let that card scare you. Because I am thinking like you probably didn't expect to go back to this old situation or this old job or whatever, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be like out of money anytime soon. Investment. This card came out in pile 1 too. Interesting. And you guys saw me shuffle them, you know. Spirit works in mysterious ways. Investment. This card says finances are looking good. See, there we go. I'm saying, don't be scared. Finances are looking good and growing. This is a great time to invest, set a strong foundation, and you will see the fruits of your labor. So I think in any project or work scenario that you're in, from the beginning, you need to, like at the beginning of any project, quarter, whatever it is, however your work works, day, I don't know, set a strong foundation with the people on your team. And then you won't have to micromanage them so much, because that is your goal, is to be able to like be a little bit more hands off. And also I'm getting that like secrets will be revealed. So that is kind of like one of the things that the moon talks about. Things that people are subconsciously thinking will be revealed. So you may learn about that, which is where that kind of like judgment came in. So you may learn that like people are thinking some things about you or subconsciously thinking some things about you. But don't worry, within, like I said, 2 to 3 months, you're gonna have a reason to celebrate, okay? And I think that you're gonna be leaving all these people in the dust, or at least being able to say, I told you so, okay? Let's see what other advice we have. This is like a law of attraction deck for you guys. What is the advice for pile 2? Pile 2, what is the guidance, the money guidance for pile 2? We got, this is number 26. Whenever I'm feeling good, I am attracting good. Ooh, so that goes with the relaxation. You need to chill, relax, feel better. When you think a thought of upliftment or abundance or well-being, you are filled with a feeling of positive emotion. You may trust the way that you feel as the indicator as to which side of the subject, which is really 2 subjects, you're on. Whether it is the subject of money or the lack of it, or health or lack of it, or a relationship or the lack of one, always when you feel good, you are in the place of attracting that which you are wanting. So definitely bring joy into the situation. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown here. You have to embrace it. And that also is going with this message here about like what I was saying about not micromanaging everything. Like, you don't have to know every single thing that goes on or every single thing that people are doing. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Sometimes it's better to not know certain things. It's better to not be all up in everybody's business. It's better not to be up somebody's butt and around the corner. Okay, you don't need to be walking 1 step behind everybody all the time. And I mean that by like looking over their shoulder. I don't mean like in the get ahead kind of way, even though you might feel that way literally. You might feel like you're a step behind because you did have to take a step backwards and go back to whatever this was. But you don't need to be running behind everybody all the time, trying to find out what they're doing. Embrace the wisdom of the unknown. Okay, pile 1. That is, I just said pile 1. This is pile 2. You definitely have messages in pile 1, for sure. All right. Thank you so much, pile 2, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking the video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that little like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile 3. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your reading. I am so pleased and happy that you guys are here. I just felt a little need to clear the space, so I'm going to hit my singing bowl for a second. Go ahead and take a deep breath in with me. Release it whenever you feel ready. Awesome. Okay, yeah, we got some incense going in here. I'm going to just give the space a little cleanse. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's actually a new day. I filmed parts 1 and 2 yesterday, so new day, new cleansing. Love that for us. Pile 3, let's get into it. If you chose the third card, that card was the citrine crystal. And citrine is a card or a crystal of abundance, okay? This has to do with your solar plexus, and it allows you to open and receive all of your abundant blessings from the universe. You can attract and create abundance in all its forms. This crystal helps to purify things on all levels. It can help you manifest wealth. It can help you shift old patterns of negativity, and it can bring an abundance of joy and magic into your life. I absolutely love this. It is a reminder that abundance is your birthright, and you are due to experience it. Not only are you due, but you are worthy to receive it as well. So maybe sometimes you forget about your worthiness, or you may not feel that you're totally worthy, but you are connected to source energy and creative flow at all times, even when you think you've forsaken it or you feel like you're not connected. So just know that you have the ability to call upon this at all times, and that you are open to receiving, especially if that's a new adventure, a new relationship. It will bring so much more than you could have ever imagined, and it will be a positive move towards prosperity and abundance in your life. I love that. So hopefully that message resonated for you. We're also going to get some slip messages here that will help you to identify if this is in fact your pile. So spirit, guides, angels, benevolent ancestors, higher self, I thank you for protecting me as I do this reading. I ask you to show us who is in pile 3. These identifiers, at least one of them, should be significant to you somehow, or maybe shown up in your life recently. So that means that you could have overheard something about them, you might have seen something about them, whether it was just in passing or, you know, in full-on discussion or something, or if it's significant, maybe it's something that's like your favorite song, your favorite actor, a special time in your life. Pile 3, who's in pile 3? While I'm finding out our identifiers, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and to like the video. It really helps me out. Thank you. All right, pile 3, anybody else? Okay, let's see. So far we have Nick Miller from New Girl. We've got, and this is a career reading, so I might say some of the careers that these people have, if they are people or that were relevant. So Nick Miller was a law school student who became a bartender, then a bar owner, then a fiction writer. We've got meditation here. So maybe the career industry for you could have something to do with mindfulness. We have bacon. Okay, bacon definitely is like bringing home the bacon, bringing home the money. That also could be like butcher. Set It Off, Queen Latifah. So that's a movie starring Queen Latifah. That has to do with a bank robbery, but they I think one of them like worked as a maid or something. I might be confusing that with Blue Crush, or maybe they're both. I don't know. When I Look to the Sky by Train, that's a song. We've got Cheers, Drink to That by Rihanna. Oh, okay. So there's more like bartender energy there. Honeybee by The Head and the Heart. That's a song. We've got Doctor by Remy Wolf. That's pretty straightforward. This Charming Man by Stars. That's a cover of a song by the Smiths. It would be so funny. I know that there's like a 500 Days of Summer slip in there. It'd be so funny if that came out, because they talked about the Smiths a lot in that movie. Vietnam. And also Zooey Deschanel is in that movie, and she's also the star of New Girl, so who knows, maybe it will come out. When You're Good to Mama by Queen Latifah from the movie of the musical Chicago. Dorito Loco Tacos, that's from Taco Bell. Avenged Sevenfold, that is a band. I really am not super familiar with their music, but I don't know why I was like called to put that in the bowl. Maybe I should listen to some. Uninvited by Mallrat, she's an Australian pop artist. We're Going to Be Friends by the White Stripes, that's a song. Doug, this is like the Nickelodeon classic TV show. Doug, We've got Anne Hathaway here, the actress. Lemonade by Gucci Mane. It's a song. He's from Atlanta. And we have karaoke. Okay, so if any of these things are relevant to you somehow, so like with karaoke, maybe you love karaoke, maybe you went to karaoke recently, maybe you're planning to go to karaoke, something like that, right? Then that means that this is your pile. Yay! I am excited. Let me go write these down in my tarot journal, and I will be right back with our cards. Okay, so I am really glad that I wrote these down in my tarot journal because I just realized, so we've got Queen Latifah twice. We've got here, Set It Off, and then we have it here with When You're Good to Mama, right? So big Queen Latifah energy. She is a mogul. She is a pioneer, okay? We love that. She's like one of the most abundant people for sure. She's so up there. And then we also have like some Chicago energy twice with here the same slip, When You're Good to Mama, Queen Latifah in Chicago, but also Nick Miller, the character, is from Chicago, and he's like super into repping his hometown of Chicago, okay? We love that. That's awesome. So yeah, I just thought that I would bring both of those things up, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the cards. All right, so first things first, we're gonna get some animal energy here, and that's gonna tell me a little bit about you. It's gonna tell me kind of like what the energy that you have is, but also in terms of what career or job or industry is right for you, what are some of the traits that you exhibit that make it the right career, job, or industry. So Spirit, tell me about pile 3. There we go, right there. Spider, super creative already. Here we go. Super creative. And you know what? Actually, I have a reading that I just posted a few days ago where one of the groups also came out with a spider. What reading was that? Let me look. Let me look and see. This is why my tarot journal is so good and so effective. I absolutely love it. I believe that the reading was for a topic of, oh, just found it. The topic was, how would a tarot reader describe you? And the pile with the spider was pile 1. Okay, so you may want to go look at pile 1 in that reading. How would a tarot reader describe you on my page? All right, cool. So pile 3, spider energy, like I said, super creative. You know, they make their own webs, they make their own homes. So you could be really into making like a really cozy home or home design, interior decorating, painting, weaving, of course, anything like that, knitting, anything to do with fibers. I just heard a loom. This could be, there's definitely like, you could be a vegetarian, of course, but we did get bacon coming out, and I'm thinking just about how spiders are carnivorous, and you know, like they eat all the flies and the bugs that they trap and everything, so it's like they kill what they eat, right? Or they eat what they kill. Either way, I'm trying to think of like how people usually say that, but you could be kind of into like survivalism maybe. But we've got here reevaluation, mystery, growth, empowerment, responsibility, patience, progression, accomplishment, and complexity. And just a vibe that I got just now was like, you might actually struggle a little bit with patience, because I actually kind of read those words before I was ready to read them, but I just kind of was like, let me just read them. But as soon as I did it, I was like, I should have spent a little bit more time analyzing the spider and just thinking about spider energy. You could have your fingers in a lot of different pots. You could be very, not only very creative, but very active, okay? And I say that because, you know, spiders, they have 8 legs, and it's like almost imagining if there was like a hand on each of the end of these legs or these appendages, right? You could be very quick on your feet. You could feel kind of like you're always scrambling from one place to another. I just also thought about dancing for some reason, tap dancing. And that's so funny because we did get the movie Chicago, or a song from the movie Chicago, and they definitely do a lot of tap dancing in there. If you haven't seen the movie or the Broadway play, it is super fantastic. Definitely take a look. Starring Renee Zellweger, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Queen Latifah, and lots of other people. But yeah, it's really great. Oh, I just had a thought about that movie with the spider who like wears a top hat. I honestly have no idea what that is. If you know, let me know in the comments down below. But I just feel like he does like some tap dancing and wears a top hat. Is it James and the Giant Peach? I don't know. I'm not sure. That feels maybe wrong, but it also feels like it's like in that style at least. I don't know. Yeah, spider energy, very like mysterious. Oof. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, and we can definitely always come back to that later, but you guys are definitely some cool ones for sure. Okay, so up next, we're actually gonna get the tarot out, and we're gonna get 7 different cards. I'm gonna cleanse it just a little bit for pile 3. Let's cleanse it. I've got my incense going right here. So I like to cleanse my cards in the incense sometimes. All right, let's cleanse these cards for us, Spirit. Cool. All right. Spirit, pile 3, we're going to take 7 cards. The first card is going to be the strengths of pile 3. The second card is going to be weaknesses of pile 3. The third card will be your goals. Fourth card will be your past. Fifth will be the present. 6 will be the near future. 7 is your ideal future. And then after that, we're going to get a different deck. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't really want to shuffle them this way, but for some reason, I'm kind of, I don't know why I was called to do that. How do I want to do this? There's definitely some indecisiveness here, which may go with your having like hands or legs in different things. And I did say earlier about Queen Latifah, like she's a mogul. And I talked about Nick Miller, who was like originally in law school, then he was a bartender, then he owned the bar, and then he became a fiction writer, right? I'm going to turn this one over and I'm going to keep all the rest of them face down for now. So I think that you are probably multi-talented and you may have a hard time kind of choosing what path you want to take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. And if that's the case, then that means that this is like the perfect reading for you. So let's see what comes out. All right, so right now, your strengths is what we're going to be looking at. Money VP, that is actually the King of Pentacles here in reverse. So while I think that you are pretty, not only abundant, we have abundance here obviously, you are pretty abundant and you're probably pretty relaxed around money. I think that you don't let money stress you out, which is a strength. You could also use a little bit more discipline in your financial life, okay? But what I'm getting from here is like you don't let money stress you out, which I like. That's definitely good. You may be one of those people who works to live and doesn't live to work, which is reminding me of what I was saying about the spider earlier when I was like, how do people say that phrase? You could be one of those people who works to live and doesn't live to work, right? So you let your finances provide you the lifestyle that you want, and you're not like a workaholic, which is interesting that I'm interpreting it this way, because usually the King of Pentacles in reverse is kind of like overdoing it kind of energy at the expense of other people, okay? And that actually could be true. I wouldn't say overdoing it at the expense of other people, but like maybe a little too relaxed at the expense of other people. That might be what you're doing. Like, because you don't let things like money and your work stress you out, it could be that other people end up kind of picking up the slack for you. But like, you know what? At least you know how to like maybe to delegate, or whatever needs to get done is going to get done with or without you. And I kind of think that that's a strength in a lot of cases, because it's like your money is still coming in, your abundance is still coming in, and you're not overworking yourself, okay? If you can see like this person here, like she's doing yoga, you know, she's like doing yoga in her heels, okay? So she knows, you know, how to dress, how to get the job done, but she also knows when to relax, and her money comes to her. She's got systems set up, okay? And that might be something that you are working on, is like getting your systems set up. And like once you have your system set up, then this can kind of turn upright. But I think right now you are very relaxed. Very relaxed. I just got like really relaxed energy going on right now. Maybe it's because I cleansed everything. I don't know. Weaknesses. Let's see your weaknesses. Money 3. Oh, okay, that's exactly what I was saying before. Working with other people. Okay, I think that in collaboration and in connection with other people, maybe working on a team is not your strongest suit. okay? You really definitely could be the type of person who, I won't say slacks off, but when there's a group project, like, you know that things are going to get done. Like, you know that it's going to get handed in. So you're not going to overextend yourself in order to get it done. You're going to do your part. You're going to, you know, you might give people directions, especially since you are like the King of Pentacles here, the money VP here, and not like, you know, a lower ranked person. You definitely have a high rank and you know how to be a leader. But in being a leader, I think that you prefer to be hands off. Okay. And so working on a team might not be the best thing for you, or if you are working on a team, it might cause a little bit of tension with other people. And you see how like this team member, this person here is like directing, and these other two people, like this girl's got her arms crossed, this guy's kind of like, okay, tugging on his tie a little bit. You know, they're both clearly either dissatisfied or uncomfortable. Meanwhile, this person is here like with their coffee and the plans, and they're like, yeah, okay, this is what it is, right? So I'm looking at it again now. He's like showing her something, right? I thought she had the plans, but he's showing her something. So yeah, I think that there could be, even like when faced with, you know, some evidence about how you could be doing a little bit more, you're still like, well, you know what? I could hire somebody to do that. I could, you know, get some other people to take on that responsibility. And I'm only going to put one hand in this because I've got my other hands in some other things that you guys can't see. I've got my other hands in some secrets, some secret dealings that you guys are not a part of. So it's none of your concern. All right. And I guess the reason why it's like that's a weakness is because you do want trust between yourself and your employees, or yourself and your team members. And sometimes it can be hard to trust that person in the group project who doesn't want to take on more than their responsibility, especially like if something else does have to be done, you know, like if it is a situation where maybe something comes up and everybody else is already kind of like overloaded with work, and they're like, we don't have the capacity to take on any extra responsibility, like you really need to do this, you might be reluctant to do it. I think you would still do it, but I think that you would be like, you know, this is not comfortable for me and I'm not happy with it, right? So sometimes you do have to be a little bit more of a team player, pile 3. All right, 3, your goals. What are your goals here? Ooh, your goals are like happiness, celebration. This is the 4 of Wands, product 4 here. You want to strike deals. You want to have everything just go smoothly. You want everybody to be happy. You want most of all yourself to be happy, okay? And I think that you just want for everybody to come to a place where they all feel the same level of peace that you do, and they're all in accord. You're just trying to, you know, make an agreement between everybody, and that's your goal in work. So you might be into like brokering deals or contracts or mediation or something like that. We did have like meditation before, which also reminds me of like mediation in that sense. And speaking of meditation, like I said, this girl is doing yoga right here. So yeah, okay. All right, interesting. What is your past like according to this card here? Ooh, that is the Judgment card. This is also, it says philanthropy, so there could literally be philanthropic work in your past. But also, I think that you have done work that has benefited the community in the past. People definitely regard you highly, which I think is part of the reason why you've been able to get to such a smart and high place, like in the ranks, why you are able to take a leadership position wherever you are, whether that's in your own company or in somebody else's business or in a nonprofit space or something like that. I think that you are seen as very responsible. You're seen as being able to be very shrewd. We do have like that shark in the water here, right over here, right? So people definitely know like not to mess with you, which is why I think you can kind of get away with doing a little bit less than your counterparts or your colleagues do. But they also know that like you put out good work, okay? It's not like this is like it's not like spewing trash into the water or anything like that, you know. So I think that in the past you may have even found your calling, because on the traditional judgment card in the Rider-Waite deck, you know, it's like an angel is calling down from heaven. So you may have felt like you found your calling in the past, which is really awesome. And if that's the case, it is definitely something that you love and something that you're really, really good at. So kudos to you. What's your present look like? Card number 5. Ooh, there's some anxiety going on. Well, I guess that would explain why you're here, why you're here watching this video. So yeah, there's some anxiety going on, but I think you are moving past it. I think you came to some sort of conclusion about your job or about your career, or maybe just your life in general, that kind of disturbed you, or it knocked you off your center. Okay, you could have been experiencing some sleepless nights. Maybe you're having bad dreams. This is the 9 of Swords here. It's called Data 9. You found some information that is like conclusive, okay, but it's not what you wanted to know, and it's not what you wanted to hear, and it is definitely distressing, and it's stressful for you, okay? So I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know what that information could possibly be, but going back to this message from the citrine, even when you think that you may have, you know, disconnected from your creative space, you're still always connected. You just may not realize it, but you still are always connected. And so that message definitely is for somebody out here, but you're getting past this time of stress and a time of anxiety. Releasing for sure. All right. Number 6. This is your near future. Ooh, see. Oh my God. This is the Emperor, but it is in reverse. Okay. So this could be about you being a boss, moving from being the King of Pentacles to the Emperor. So you could be like expanding. We talked a little bit, like I said, about Queen Latifah being a mogul. So you could be expanding in some way, or it could be about your boss. But the Emperor in reverse is like a bit tyrannical, okay? They want things how they want it, and they want it done now, and it has to be done their way, and they are very, how do I say this? It's like that old tale, The Emperor's New Clothes, where like nobody told the Emperor that he was naked because they were all kind of afraid of what he would say, or they were like afraid that they weren't getting, you know, the idea, or like the new fashions or whatever. So being in this position and also being so disconnected from your colleagues or your coworkers or your employees, your subordinates, like there may be some crucial things that they're not telling you because of the way that you work with them. And because I'm not getting like shady dealings here necessarily, but it's more like because you're hands off, there may be some things that you're missing, and so it could be negatively impacting your business. And that might have been like some of the data or the information that you did find out recently, okay? So you could be feeling kind of bad about yourself and your leadership abilities right now, okay? If that's the case, then I'm sorry to hear that. I'm trying to look at this card, and you know, she's got like this, what is that? I don't know what that is. It's like obviously it's like a golf club, but then she also has like a heating pad or something in there in her hand. Oh, I think it's like a bottle of alcohol. I don't know, I'm not really sure. So yeah, you could be letting like your vices get a little bit ahead of you if that's the case. You know, King of Pentacles is definitely like very into all things decadent. You know, they love food, they love comfort, they love security, they love everything expensive furniture, expensive clothes, that kind of thing. And so you might be indulging a little bit too much in that kind of situation. And I'm also thinking about how like a king or an emperor may have like a court jester who is the only person in their court who's able to kind of like tell them the truth without getting in trouble. Okay. And I think you might even be so far gone that you don't want to like listen to that one person. And that's not to say that this person is foolish or anything like that, but you might have like one kind of like lighthearted, trusted advisor who normally you would listen to and normally whose advice you would take, and you might not be taking their advice at this time. Interesting. You can always go back to that if we need to. Okay, I guess there's something else that I need to look at. What is it? Okay, so we've got two chairs here. This chair here is blue, which is like a cooler, more relaxed, calmer color. And even though this card is one of anxiety or being surrounded by information or thoughts that are stress-inducing, I think that this is a space of inaction, right? Whereas the Emperor is sitting in a red chair, the CEO sitting in a red chair, that is a color of action, and also it is ruled by the zodiac or associated with the zodiac sign of Aries, okay? So with that being said, I think that you have really taken this leap of like, or in the near future you will be taking a leap into action, and the action could be kind of misguided, coming from a space of fear. And that fear is based off of the information that you learned here in this card, or in the present moment now, okay? So you need to work on not being fearful, okay? And that is part of what's holding you back here in this strengths thing. I think that you're afraid of being a little bit more hands-on. And even though being relaxed and chill is a strength for you, like they're saying that you need to exercise that chill energy now, okay? You need to exercise that chill energy now, and I think you need to start trusting your people more. And I think that you need to start conversing with them more, okay? Maybe that's the action that you need to take, because your goals, like I said, is for everybody to come to an accord, everybody to be on the same page, everybody to have the same understanding, and for you guys to like be happy with the deals that you've made. And I think that you might need to take your hands out of your pockets a little bit and maybe get in the mud. It's almost like, it's not like undercover boss, but it's more like whenever, I was just thinking about this yesterday. So if you wanted to start a restaurant, for example, or a bar or something like that, and you had never ever worked in a bar before, and you just decided to like hire a bar manager and, you know, hire bartenders and the entertainment and stuff, and all you ever did was just go to the bar to drink and to hang out. But then one day, you know, your bartender gets really sick and they can't come in, or your bar manager, you know, gets really sick and has to go to the hospital for a couple of weeks, and they're not able to manage the bar, and then all of a sudden you don't have anybody managing the bar, and your business goes under, or at least it stops pulling in money for those couple of weeks because nobody's ordering the beer and nobody's doing blah blah blah, right? Because you never took the time to learn how to manage a bar, in case that somebody who you had trusted or somebody who you'd placed in a position was unavailable. So you have to kind of sometimes go in and start from the ground up, even if you're the owner. And that's, I think, kind of why, like, people who own companies, if they have children, they'll like bring their kids in at the ground floor or whatever and make their kids learn the business, and so that they can learn what every position does, so that they can best advise the people in those positions once they make it to the top. And I think that you may have skipped that step, okay? Or you may anticipate skipping that step if you did want to start your own business. Let's say you haven't started your own business yet, but you have plans to. You need to make sure you do that crucial step, and you get in the trenches with people and get your hands dirty, because this card to me as a weakness is telling me that you don't want to get your hands dirty, okay? And you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to, because you have everything else to make it, including the chill demeanor that you need to exercise right now instead of worrying. But you have to be willing to get your hands dirty. And that's one of the things about the King of Pentacles. Like, Pentacles are an earth energy. The King of Pentacles, it's like you can think about him as a farmer. He definitely knows how to plant seeds. He knows how to till the land. He knows how to work the tractor. He knows how to do all that stuff. He maybe has hired a bunch of farm hands to work for him now, but I can assure you at one point, he was the one who was doing all that stuff, and he knows how to do every single thing. And now when people ask him, like, what's the best time for us to plant these seeds or harvest this bounty, or what's the best way for us to, you know, break a horse or whatever, he knows the answer to that because he's been there. And I think that that's what you're missing, okay? So the chill demeanor is cool, and I think at a certain point you can kind of be more hands-off and a little bit more relaxed, but I think for now, you have to be in it, right, with the people. You have to be in it. All right. What's the ideal future look like? Ooh, okay, interesting. So this would be getting over self-sabotage, All right, this would also be getting past any lies and deception. So maybe somebody lied to you. Maybe somebody tried to deceive you. Maybe that was part of the data that you found, or the information that you became aware of that was like really distressing and stressful. So your ideal future would be moving past that and being able to recover trust with your work and with the people that you work with. Okay, you would put out any fires, and you'd be able to save whatever it is. Because if you look at this card, it's like the top 3 little databases. This is the 7 of Swords. The top 3 little databases are not doing so great. The top one is like fully on fire. The 2 other ones are in the red, and then the rest of these are in the green. And ideally, you would be able to put these fires out and save all the rest of these, right? So you're definitely like in recovery mode, and either you're going to find somebody to be this person to work on it, to help it. This person here is definitely maybe, and it's possibly a hacker, but I think that here, like, you have somebody who's working to fix it, okay? So ideally, you would get somebody to come in, or you might be that person to go in and fix everything, put out all the fires, and work on it. Okay, interesting, interesting. There was a message about putting out fires in one of the other piles. I don't remember which pile that was. It might have been pile 2. I'm not sure though. All right, let's see. We're gonna get some career cards, industry cards. This is a deck that I got off of Etsy. And it does have some like actual careers and industries in here, but it also just has like general money messages too. It's obviously enormous. It's huge. All right, so Spirit, what career, industry, or job is right for pile 3? What guidance can you give them about their career, industry, or their job? We just got a few cards that came out. Let's see if anything else comes out. Okay, cool. First, we've got these, and then we've got this. All right, so we have stability. Ooh, yeah, King of Pentacles. I almost said King of Wands. Actually, first I almost said Swords, but then I said Wands, and then Pentacles is like very, very stable. Success will find you. That came out in another pile too. Success will find you. So stability says, your financial future promises to be stable and prosperous. Take control of your finances to create stability in your life. So that's here. It's like ideally you would take control of whatever the information is, and you're going to get everything set right, and you're going to make this situation that was unstable stable. Excellent time to take action on any money related ventures. Okay. Beware. Ooh, that is the that like trickster energy that I was talking about. Somebody may have like lied to you or something. This says, be prudent, things are not what they seem. Careful who you talk to regarding money or business matters. Don't make any type of financial commitments right now. Okay. And then we've got life purpose. That was with that philanthropy card. You will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you to your divine calling. What is meant for you will not leave you as long as you continue to push forward. Ask for what you need and things will align for you to carry out your vision. All right, I'm gonna put that spider card right here. And then we've got next level, be a boss. See, that's what I'm talking about. We went from the King of Pentacles to the Emperor, from the money vice president to the CEO, okay? So this is definitely calling you to take a step. You could end up being an entrepreneur or just ascending the ladder in the space that you're already in. You're either about to take your finances to the next level, or it's time that you do. If your finances haven't improved yet, you can be certain they will soon. There's a chance of something extra in the air, maybe a bonus. And then we got Explorer. Interesting. Explorer. Dora, 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 the Explorer. Blah, 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 blah. Exploradora. I don't know what the rest of those words are. I haven't seen that show in forever, obviously. Keep trying. There are no mistakes, just opportunities to learn and grow. You may be called to explore careers that match your fearlessness and curiosity. You may need to go wandering and trust the unknown. That's where the magic lies. Interesting. Okay, so I want to get a couple more to see if any actual like industries come out. Unclear. Oh, okay then. That's clear enough. Money is either tight or not receiving what you expected. The answers you're seeking will remain unclear for now. Your basic needs will be met, okay? So I think that this is trying to tell you that no matter the fact that we didn't get like the clearest answer on what your next job, career, or industry is going to be. We did get signs that you may be destined to be a boss, right? To be an entrepreneur, possibly, to just explore. This could also have something to do with travel, since it did have explorer in here. We talked a lot about philanthropy. We talked about mediation, cutting deals, things like that. And I did name some other jobs or industries. Sorry guys, my camera overheated. I did name some other jobs or industries in the beginning of the video that could be helpful to you, but for the most part, something that I'm getting is that you should be focusing on growing the skills that would make you like a good boss or a good CEO someday. So explore and see what those are. And you may end up having a bunch of different industries that you work in with the spider here, like I said, like legs and hands in a lot of different places, talking about being a mogul, stuff like that. But you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty. So I did shuffle when I thought the camera was recording. I shuffled a card from our Law of Attraction Money Abundance deck, and we got number 50. Welcome to planet Earth. You are here to seek joy. Okay, and so this also is giving me like this idea of like for posterity, because it's almost like she looks like a little bit pregnant, but it's just like a world. It's not like anything crazy, right? It's not a baby. It's just like a world with a dove. There's dove energy here too. I'm pretty sure dove came out in pile 1 as the animal, so you may want to go watch pile 1 of this video. And here's the dove again on this side. Okay, if we're talking to you on your first day here, we would say, if we were talking to you on your first day here, we would say, welcome to planet Earth. There's nothing that you cannot be or do or have. And your work here, your lifetime career, is just to seek joy. As you think thoughts that feel good to you, you will be in harmony with who you really are. And in doing so, you will utilize your profound freedom. Seek joy first, and all of the growth that you could ever imagine will come joyously and abundantly unto you. Okay, I love this. And you know, it's reminding me of this philosophy, sorry guys, I'm tongue-tied right now, and I'm sorry if you can hear my dog eating in the background, but this philosophy that Jade on Twitter, I believe her name is Jade Sykes, she's an astrologer, and she is always tweeting about astrology stuff, but she recently got into human design, and she came out a little while ago with this thing called the Joy Formula, and talking about how if you make decisions from a joyful place, then it will increase your returns on those decisions like tenfold, 1,000-fold. So for every decision that you make that's from joy, if you multiply that by the number of decisions in a day, you could be manifesting like really, really quickly, or you could bring in a lot of abundance and really beautiful things into your life just acting from a space of joy. So definitely go check her out on Twitter, iJade. I believe it's IJAADE. I'm gonna have to check the spelling. I'll link her in the description box below. But yeah, she's got some really good, interesting stuff, especially if you're interested in astrology and human design. But the Joy Formula that she came up with, that concept, just really resonated with this card. Okay, guys, well, that is your reading. I really am excited to hear what projects you guys are working on. If you're working on anything, or if you have any ideas and you feel comfortable sharing them, go ahead and comment down below. Your spider energy, like I said, is super creative, and I know that you can attack anything that you set your mind to, okay? You may get a lot of opportunities coming your way, which might be why this Explore card is here, and also success will find you, okay? So your Explore card, you could be a generator, you wait to respond. You could be a projector, wait for your invitation. If you are into human design, I mean, even if you're not into human design, you still have a human design type. But if you're familiar with either of those concepts, you know, then that will make a lot of sense. And if you're not, feel free to go and look them up. But yeah, I am super excited to hear more about y'all's projects, and I know that you're going to be successful and you're going to find your abundance. Don't forget to follow your joy, guys. I'll see you in the next one, and like I said, feel free to check out pile 1 because there was that dove energy in pile 1 as well. Love you all. Thank you so much for subscribing, and we'll see you later. Bye. Hey there, Pile 4. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Skolasite card, this was the 4th card if you did the blind choosing, then this is going to be your pile. So Skolasite is a crystal that is made up of hundreds of tiny little shards. It is associated with the crown chakra, and of course, as you can see on the bottom of the card, it is supposed to help bring you peace. It can enhance your deep sacred space of meditation and relaxation. So if you have like a certain corner in your house or a room or something like that, just a meditative practice or a place that you practice your meditation, it could be good to put in there. It promotes your inner peace and your tranquility. It can help you to awaken your inner wisdom. And it can also help you to access very deep and unconscious memories that you can then transform, recollect, and work through if need be. It also can help purify and illuminate the soul. You can imagine yourself while holding the Skolasite with peaceful waves just washing over you. It's almost like if you were getting caught in an ocean wave, like a very cleansing saltwater bath, right? You can breathe in the energy of the Skolasite and breathe out everything that no longer serves you. It's like the ocean tide coming in and flowing right back out. I love this energy. It definitely is very peaceful energy. All right, guys, in case that piece of the message did not resonate with you, don't worry, we are still going to do my bowl. But if that did resonate with you, wonderful. You may also find some identifiers in here that resonate with you as well. So as far as the identifiers go, they just help you to confirm that this is your pile. You know, I wouldn't say live or die by the identifiers, but hopefully at least one of them is significant to you somehow, or maybe has shown up in your life recently. So yeah, let's see. Who's in pile 4, Spirit? Who's in pile 4? Who are my pile 4 people? While I'm stirring this bowl, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. And don't forget to like the video. It really does help me out. Who's in pile 4, Spirit? Who are my pile 4 people? What identifiers do we have for pile 4? Anybody else in pile 4? Pile 4, you guys might be kind of a small pile. All right, let's see. We have Sassafras, Cypress, and Indigo. That is a book by Ntozake Shange. Sorry guys, my dog just really wants me to play with him today. I play with him every day, but he wants me to play with him right now. So we've got Return of the Mac by Mark Morrison. It's a song. You may have heard it recently, or you might just really like it. Half and Half, that's a TV show. Cinna from the Hunger Games. This energy is black AF right now. I love that. Every single thing that has come out is either made by or starring or played by a black person. We love that. New Blood, Dexter broke the streak with the new blood, right? Got some new blood into the mix. Dexter is a TV show, and I think that they named like the new version of it New Blood or something, but that could just be new blood in any sense. You might have heard somebody say something like new blood recently. It doesn't have to be associated with Dexter, or maybe somebody's name is Dexter or something like that. I'm also thinking right now about this book called This Lullaby, where one of the main characters' names was Dexter. He was a musician. Casino, Houndmouth, that is a song, kind of like a country song, country rock. Yacht, ooh, maybe you have plans to go on a yacht, maybe you guys were talking about yachts, or you saw like a video on a yacht or something. Death Cab for Cutie, that's a band. Amber 311, that's a song by 311, and then amber could just be somebody's name. It could also be a color, it could be an incense, it could be a scent or a stone. Love is Blind, season 1, there was a girl named Amber. There's also another girl named Amber on Love is Blind season 4. And then we've got road trip. Okay, so maybe you're taking a road trip soon, planning a road trip. You could have just gotten back from road trip. You might just prefer road trips as your way to travel, stuff like that. All right, guys, so like I said, very small, very small patch of identifiers for pile 4, but these are going to help you to confirm if this is going to be your reading or not. I'm going to go ahead and write these down in my tarot journal, and then we're going to get into the reading. I'll see you in a second. Keep me away from the norm. Okay, yeah, I have that song Amber by 311 stuck in my head now. So there may be a vibe in there for you. So pile 4, of course, you know, we're here to figure out your career guidance, which job or industry is right for you. So I'm gonna get this animal card for you, and it's going to give you some information about the qualities that you have that are going to make you successful in this industry, this job or this career, and also qualities that you may need to like further develop. Okay. Oh, interesting. We just got two cards. I don't know why I'm doing a British accent. I've been doing that since I started filming your piles, so maybe that has something to do with it. We've got Panther and Hummingbird. Ooh, those are 2 very fun cards, Panther and Hummingbird. All right, so Panther says regeneration, shadow side, intensity, sense of adventure. I just wanted to do that in a British accent too. Enlightenment, truth, stealth, silence, and originality. Panthers are so strong. Of course, you know, now I'm thinking about Black Panther, especially since we had all those slips that came out. Like I said, already getting like Black AF energy from this pile, which we love. Stealthy, sneaky, able to come up from behind, to move around without being seen, okay? You're one to watch for sure, okay? I get that. It's like when they say in the Great British Bake Off, interesting, there's like weird British energy going on right now, where they say like, watch this space or whatever, right? And it's like, I think that they always say like Bread Week is one of the weeks where like whoever wins Bread Week or whoever gets some of the top placements in Bread Week usually at least goes on to the finale, and they're like, watch this space, watch this space. All right, so yeah, you're like one to watch for sure. You may have people already like with their eye on you. You may have people who are like recruiting you or who will be recruiting you or something like that. Hummingbird, okay, joy, playfulness, amusement, creativity, enchantment, imagination, fun-loving, carefree. And for some reason I was just thinking about singing and stuff, but like I'm pretty sure hummingbirds don't sing. I don't even know like what noise they make, if I'm being really honest, but they have really long tongues. So like, you know, when they go to the flower and they have like that really long beak, their tongue is even longer, and their tongue comes out and like licks around on the inside of the flower to get all of the flower juices and all of, you know, the sweetness and stuff in there. So yeah, hummingbirds. So definitely like very sweet energy here. Of course they have playful on here. So you could be really funny, you could be really adorable and cute. You might move really, really fast, but also really sneakily. So it might be like people don't see you coming, right? That's why I said like one to watch for. You could be maybe an underdog of some kind, or just somebody who is very inconspicuous and flies under the radar, okay? Yeah, ooh, I love that. You guys, my dog, he really is like wanting to play with me right now, but it's not the time. It's not the time, Milo. Sorry, baby. All right, let's see what's next. Okay, so I'm gonna get these cards for you. We're gonna use what's called the Business Class Tarot today. And this, oh my gosh, the flame on my candle is like going crazy. It was going so high. I don't know if you guys could see that. Not from the side, not from the top, obviously. It's going so high, and I don't want to tip it over to show you because it's not gonna work anyway. It will just go straight up anyway, but it's going super high. And I just dropped this whole deck and some cards came out, but it's like way too many cards that came out. So I'm gonna ignore those. It's way too many. I'm only supposed to get 7. Am I supposed to take any of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's probably like at least 15 cards. So we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna start from scratch and see what happens here. All right. I feel a little bit bad that I missed that message, but I feel like Spirit should know better than that. Okay. All right, Spirit, we're gonna do 7 cards, please, and 7 cards only. If we have to do an 8th, okay, but I would really prefer we do it. We're gonna do, card number 1 is gonna be your strengths, 2 is weaknesses, 3 is your goals, 4 is your past, 5 is the present, 6 is the future, the near future, 7 is your ideal future, and that's it. Let's see. Spirit, pile 4. Give me information and insight for pile 4 about their career. Okay, cool. I don't know why. I was like trying not to shuffle like this. Okay, thank you. Just wanted to make it easy. Sometimes, you know, you get an urge to do certain things. This is one of the cards that came out earlier. I know it is because it's has like that weird, I don't know if you guys can see it, it got like burned a little bit. It has like a weird texture on it. So yeah, okay, so the message is gonna come out anyway. I'm gonna turn this one upside. Yep, Money Director, that one was the one that came out earlier. And then we're gonna do this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, cool. Yay! All right, so this card here, strengths. You are good with money, okay? This is the Queen of Pentacles here. So you are good with money, you know how to receive, you know all of the ins and outs, maybe not all of them, but you are on your way to knowing all of them, okay? You're highly skilled at what you're doing. You also know how to delegate to other people. You know when like the right timing is for certain things. So for example, if you were on the Great British Bake Off, you know, sometimes, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show, it's on Netflix, but sometimes people would like leave their buns in the oven for too long because they don't have instructions on timing on how long to, you know, for like the technical, how long to cook their whatever it is. They just kind of have to guess how long to cook based on the ingredients and based on, you know, their prior knowledge. This person would know exactly how long to leave that bun in the oven for, okay? They would know exactly the right timing. You are on point, and I love that. And you're sharply dressed too. You're decadent, you're rich. You may not be like monetarily rich, but you are definitely somebody who looks rich, okay? And you may be on your way to being wealthy. I love that for you. And definitely you're at peace. Like the Queen of Pentacles, the Money Director here, is like one of the most chill people in the whole court of the tarot, okay? Like you're gonna find her posted up at home, in bed, surrounded by a bunch of food. This is very like Taurus energy, okay? Capricorn energy, okay? Virgo energy, mostly Capricorn. But like they know their shit, they're on it, and they are not going to let anybody mess them up, which is awesome. So this could also be like accounting. This could be anything to do with like finance and money, banking, that kind of thing as far as careers go. So I may shout out some careers. We are gonna have like a career deck that comes out later that could give you either general money advice or actual industries and stuff. But yeah, this might be like a good job title for you. Something to do with like finance director or finance manager. All right, what are your weaknesses? Oh, the Hermit. You might like to work alone. That makes sense with the Peace here and the Panther, okay? You might like to work alone. You might like to just be like, I know what my guiding light is. I know like what I want to accomplish, and everybody else might just slow me down. So I'm gonna climb up this hill by myself. I'm gonna climb up this mountain by myself, okay? So yeah, that could be a weakness for you, because even if you know how to delegate to other people, and even if you do have like all of these strengths that have to do with how you manage things and how you receive the abundance from the universe, you do eventually, I think, have to learn how to get along with other people, or at least get people to see what you're seeing, okay? So yeah, that could be a weakness. You may also just have like different values, I think, than the people who are around you, and your values are very, very strong, and it might be that you are unwilling to compromise, which is not a terrible thing, but it could end up being kind of a lonely life or a lonely situation. But this is more Virgo energy, so I'm getting that you're very organized, very, very organized. You might be. And then let's look at our goals. Oh, that's a weird goals card. This is the 5 of Cups. It says brand 5 of Cups. So your goal could be that if you've experienced a disappointment or a loss in the past, that you're able to find the silver lining in it, or you're able to kind of turn everything around and make lemonade out of lemons, okay? So that could be the situation of your goals, making lemonade out of lemons. All right, let's see. What else? We've got our present. No, this is the past card, sorry. In the past, you were very competitive. This is the Five of Wands here. I think that you always felt like you had to be the best. You might have like rushed things a little bit with this little like time clock on here. And I think that you were maybe in like a very hectic environment in the past, okay? And that might be part of the reason why it's like you prefer to work alone, because like you know that you have to get ahead and other people, like I said, would just kind of slow you down. So you might be used to like working in a really fast-paced environment. What is your present looking like? Oh, this is the Sun card. It's Prophet, and it is in the reverse, but the Sun in the reverse is like not a negative card. It just does mean that there's some sort of temporary situation that is not making you the happiest, but it is temporary. So I think that you're experiencing, it could be a temporary setback like here. Like I said, you're trying to figure out how to make lemonades out of the lemons that you were given. But I think you're going to be able to do that. I think you already even see a way to do that. It just may be that you might either need other people to help you do it, or it could be that you need more time, or it could be that you just kind of need to shift your perspective a little bit. All right, let's see the near future for pile 4. Oh, okay. So this to me is, I heard something coming to fruition, okay? Like you won't have to wait too long to harvest what you've been working on, okay? I'm choosing to take the more positive iteration of this card's meaning in reverse because it is next to the Sun, okay? Yeah, so I think that you're going to be able to harvest whatever this is soon. You won't have to wait too much longer. And then the ideal future, ooh, would be breaking free from whatever this is and getting over your insecurities, okay? This may even be getting a chance to take your blindfold off and like really get a look at the data. So this might be like really getting a look at financial data, really getting a look to see like what went wrong. It might even be getting out of the city, going on a vacation, feeling untethered for a little bit, disconnecting a little bit, okay? You might decide that you need to go take a break or something like that, because it's like this is giving very much like rat race energy, okay? Rat race energy right here on this Five of Wands product 5 card. So yeah, your ideal future I think is to gain some clarity and to be able to get to the next step and kind of see where things went wrong, because even though for the most part like the setback is temporary, things did kind of go wrong somewhere with this 5 of Cups here and this 8 of Swords here as well. And I think that you would like to be able to gain the clarity and see where things went wrong and see if that is somebody else's fault or see if it's your fault, okay? Because when you work alone like this, it's like sometimes you do make mistakes, or sometimes you have a tendency to blame yourself for certain things. And so you want to see if it was your fault or somebody else's fault. And so you're going to gain clarity on that. And you don't have to, and you're going to stop punishing yourself also for whatever this is, okay? But I think you're very secure in yourself and very secure in your abilities. So honestly, I don't really think that whatever this was your fault, okay? You might have lost favor with a few people as a result, but I think it's going to be okay. And if you need to take a vacation, go ahead and take a vacation. You know, we did get like yacht on here, okay? So you may need to, and we also got road trip. So you may need to take a little break, a little breaky break. Okay, Panther, Hummingbird energy. That's just like such a fun and strange combination. You definitely are like a very unique person, and we love that about you. I think other people love that about you too. All right, so we're gonna use this money deck here. I got this off of Etsy, and it's going to give us some information. So it does have like careers and industries, but it also has like just general money advice. So yeah, let's see. Okay, pile 4. We got Motivator and Peacemaker. Ooh, okay. There is a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world. Consider a career in coaching, speaking, lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. So this here, the Hermit, is also like a mentor kind of card too. So we got that kind of like mentor energy twice. Peacemaker, you are being called to apply diplomacy and tact to a difficult situation. Consider politics, negotiations, unions, contracts, or any peacemaking careers. Approach situations with a win-win attitude when making business deals. Yeah, like I said, trying to make lemonade out of lemons and knowing that any setback that you have is temporary, okay? What else? Pile 4. We just got another card that came out. 2 more. We got patience. Okay, so be patient. We're getting that very strongly. Be patient. It says, divine timing is at hand. It will require having faith while you are shown the way. That's here in the Sun card too. You may feel tired and out of balance. The universe is forcing you to rest and recover. What did I say? Take a break. Go on a vacation. Money may be slow in coming in or unsatisfied with your finances. Yeah, like I said, something went wrong somewhere and you are not the happiest about it, but you're competent and you're going to figure it out. You're going to figure it out and you're going to make sure it doesn't happen again. And then we got comfort. Ooh, okay, comfort, peace. Those are definitely tied together. And we got peacemaker. Ugh, so much peace here. Yeah, definitely you need to just go chill. Even though you're not exactly rich, you will be living comfortably. What did I say? What did I say when I got that money director? I was like, rich, you might not be rich, but you might be like on your way to being rich, or you're very comfortable. I love that. You're entering the most comfortable period of your life. Your finances are in a state of balance. Lucky you. Okay, you go. And what did I say about the Queen of Pentacles? I said she was at home posted up. Okay, this person is at home posted up. They got their tea, they got their blankie, their pillow, they're posted up. Only thing she's missing is like the charcuterie board, okay? Anything else for pile 4? Anything else for pile 4? We got charity, okay, and we got justice. Ooh, we got 2 cards here. Angelic help and justice. Ooh, okay, so actually in pile 3, philanthropy came out. So you may want to go and take a look at pile 3 for a second, but I'm gonna put this right here. Charity says, see where you can give more of yourself to helping others and make a difference. Humanitarian work, human rights, justice, or advocacy work could be right for you. Donating can create positive energy around you and attract more abundance. This is time to trust in the universe and know you'll be provided for. There's a career or blessing lining up for you, so stay positive and believe. Pay attention to the signs your angels send you during this time, and you may end up being the angelic help to somebody else. Like I'm getting like angel investor here as well too. And this also could be like something that you do anonymously, because with the Panther being like silence, stealth, right? Shadow side. You may end up doing anonymous donations or anonymous charity or something like that. You could end up helping with like a nonprofit, since we do have mission statement here. Okay, and justice. Something in your life needs to be brought into an alignment. Your career may be in law, such as police, military, and courts, or the criminal justice system. Be sure to be honest and ethical in money matters, or you'll face the consequences. Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. I told you, like maybe somebody was deceitful, or maybe somebody messed up or something, and you are like very competent, you're honest, you're straightforward, and you're going to figure out what happened here. You're going to figure out if somebody was lying, you're going to figure out where the data went wrong, you're going to figure out where the money went wrong, and like you're going to be able to do that. I would not worry about it. Okay, all right, last but not least, pile 4, we're going to get a law of attraction card from their law of attraction money deck. Let's see, what is your final guidance message for pile 4? Final guidance message for pile 4. What does pile 4 need to hear, Spirit? Final guidance for pile 4. We got number 2. Ooh, I will tell my story as I want it to be. Okay, so this is definitely, look at this, like the 2 hands reaching out and connecting with each other. And I was talking earlier about how you might really like working alone, and you need, that's a weakness for you. You need to connect with other people. We've got, if you let your dominant intention be to revise and improve the content of the story you tell every day of your life, it is our absolute promise to you that your life will become that ever-improving story. For by the powerful law of attraction, the essence of that which is like unto itself is drawn. It must be. So yeah, this is like a manifestation tip. You know, talk about the things that you plan to bring into your life, and let your dominant intention be known, and also be to improve your life, and you will attract the things that will help to improve your life. We love that. Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and leave that there. Pile 4, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my reading. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking this video. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.